What's going on, people? And welcome to Man Knows Football. Yes, we are 6 minutes late. Keep your hair on, or you're going to end up like myself. But big up everybody that has been patiently waiting in the chat. We appreciate that. But yeah, today is another live transfer video. This time I've got Younes with me. And I know a lot of you are a big fan of it when the two of us are talking live on camera. So enjoy this one, people. I do get a lot of comments from you and I do appreciate that. But obviously, if you're new to the platform, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. Also smash a like as well. Leave your thoughts in the comments if you're watching after the video as well, man. Everybody's thoughts counts in this thing. Unless you're out here to try and troll, then you're going to get no response from me. But Younes, how you doing, my bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me on. But yeah, no, things are good. Like with Chelsea at the moment, although it's like 8,000 degrees over here. I don't know what it's like over in NYC, but man, it's mad here, man. But apart from that, everything's all good.
New York City is wild hot. It's crazy hot over here, man. And the fact that like I don't know if this is facts, but the fact that like when you get into like downtown, because that's where Barstool is, and we're having to go there like every day now that Troops is back in the city. The buildings are so high, and then you've got the vents on the ground from the subway, and it just feels like the sun is absorbing, like all these buildings or something is absorbing all this heat, and it's horrendous, bruv. Yeah, and God forbid it's humid, fam. Oh my days. New York City is wild. You see, when New York wants to get hot, it is wild over here. 100%. It's nothing that I've ever experienced in the UK. That's the first thing I'll definitely tell you. It
Probably
gets
worse.
hot.
Yeah, definitely.
It gets hot. New York is definitely a city of extremes, yeah? When it's hot, it's flipping hot. When it's cold, it is ice cold, bruv. But that's New York City. Love this place, man. Big up New York City and my New Yorkers. You get me? But Younes, let's get into some transfer news, man. Chelsea, bruv. Ever since we've signed Raheem Sterling, yeah, it's just been like the ball's just been rolling. Yeah,
yeah, man.
We got an announcement today. Well, two announcements today. One actually absolutely just whooshed me out my boots. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm gonna start off with the obvious one though, but that is Mr. Fabrizio Romano has pretty much tweeted. Let me find it on my phone, but he has said something about the Koulibaly deal just pretty much being done now.
It's done.
Yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted, and you know then. The next thing is he's holding the shirt. So I think we're going to expect that anytime. Don't be surprised, people, if we see it before the end of the day.
Because I come today, yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? When I was recording my Raheem Sterling video, I was talking on Romano's comments saying the deal was basically done. I actually said in that video that if by the time I put up this video, we could have been signed. Literally, as I finished exporting, Raheem Sterling is in the blue Chelsea shirt with the palm trees in the background.
Join the club, man. The amount of times that's happened is ridiculous. You're waiting for something to happen. You think it's not going to happen. You upload 5 minutes later, it happens. You're like, oh crap.
Yeah, but since then we've been gathering pace, and then Koulibaly, who by the way was Barcelona's #1 centre back target. Yeah, he definitely was. Him and Kounde are their #1 centre back targets. The fact that we just got that over the line out of nowhere. I didn't even see it coming, bruv. It was just like one story like, oh, Chelsea back in talks with Koulibaly's agent. Next thing you know, Koulibaly set to sign for Chelsea and his medicals on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah, that quick, yeah.
Got to big up Todd Bowley for that, man. But the big news today, fast. Younes, we got to talk about this one. I got to get your thoughts. I want to start off with Omari. Whoa, Omari. Whoa. He said the hell was whack. He joined Cobham's attack. Omari. Oh, Omari. Oh. We have actually stolen one of Hale End's great talents from right under Arsenal's noses. Apparently, they could not negotiate a contract with Omari Hutchinson, who bleeds red. He's a gunner from birth. He will never leave Arsenal. He'll always be an Arsenal legend. All of that stuff. Well, he's joined Cobham's attack, bro. How you feel about that?
Bro, I'm happy with this one, you know, because Hutchinson was someone who was raved about by quite a lot of the Arsenal fan base. as, if they're looking in terms of who they bringing through from their academy into the first team, after they've done so with Smith Rowe and Saka and those guys, Hutchinson's probably next in line, right? And yeah, the fact that they couldn't agree a contract with him kind of baffles me. Like, how extravagant was that? And it's been so easy for Chelsea to come in and be like, "Yo, yeah, boom, boom, boom." Okay,
hey, bro, it doesn't surprise me. I have a few conspiracy theories here.
we love a conspiracy. Go on.
Yeah, some conspiracy theories. So the first one is this. Yeah, he just knew that London was blue, and he realized, like, I'm too.
That's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, well, he just realized I'm too good for this. Yeah, because he has performed against Chelsea. Apparently he's got a good record against us at youth level. So he's just like, man, I belong in this team. So he's probably doing his auditions when he was playing against Chelsea, right? So he got his wish. And then the second one is this. Yeah, a certain Jamaican from Marvelly might have enticed him and said, "Yo, I've just joined Chelsea, my fellow Paisano, my fellow Jamaican. What are you saying, bruv? Join us."
Well, as nice as that sounds, yeah, I don't even think Sterling's had time to even talk to anyone outside of the club.
Yeah,
but that would be nice. Realistically, though, like, yeah, he's coming to Chelsea, and that's as a youth player, that's wonderful, because now he's going to come straight into our under 23s, and I think he might put himself in the running order in terms of, okay, I'm coming into your under 23s, but you know how good I am, and first team football's not far. And it'd just be hilarious if he were to come in and we'd bring him in as a player that's from the youth system, right? And we've only had him for one season because we took him from Arsenal. That would be hilarious. That would be so
Cobham
funny.
Graduate.
Yeah, he's a Cobham graduate, but yeah, he spent a few months at Cobham.
I'll just endlessly, shamelessly claim that on Back Again until Troops just loses it. I'm telling you. Do you know who's going to be devastated even more than Troops? Zar, when he wakes up from his hangover, yeah, he's going to be absolutely devastated. Hey, big up Zar, by the way. He done, listen, I don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about it. Nothing to do football-wise, but he done something massive yesterday, man. And big up Zar for that. And it sounds like they completely butchered him up yesterday, bruv. Because he forgot that we were supposed to be filming for something yesterday, right? And I'm calling him. Me and Troops have been there for hours just waiting to record. And Jets is like, where the hell is Zar gone? Yeah, and I've called him, and he's not picking up his phone. And I said, he's probably editing somewhere or helping someone. He's called me back, right? He's outside the bar downstairs. He's like, yo, Guni, I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes, man. I've just had to have 3 drinks with the guys. Bro, he comes upstairs, and we're talking. Bro, he turns the corner. As soon as he opens his mouth, it smells like a brewery. and immediately, I said, yo, we might as well just do this tomorrow, innit?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, but big up Zar, man. Zar's proper still. Zar's proper, man. But that is, for me, that is good news. And it's just extra cherry on top of the fact that we just stole one of Arsenal's crown jewels. You get me? But we'll see. Yeah. I don't think he's a player that's going to come in with immediate impact. In fact, he's going to link up with the U23s, if I'm correct.
I mean, here's the thing, yeah. He's coming from Arsenal's under 23s. He's coming to Chelsea's under 23s. Our youths move different. Yeah. At youth level, we do things on another level.
Yeah.
It used to be Arsenal. We kind of took over the scene, yeah. Cobham is now ahead of Hale End. We know this. So, look, let's see if he's good enough for our under 23s. No, I'm kidding. He will be.
Because really and truly, it's a case of let's see what you're really made of.
Yeah.
Let's see what because we've got some serious youth in that squad that are knocking on the door. Obviously, your Harvey Vels and them, man, there, and they've not really seen minutes in the first team. So, exactly. Well, I don't know who's better between the two. Well, the only time I've seen Omari, the reason why I say that, the only time I've seen Omari Hutchison is when they're under 23s play outs. That's really the only time I see him like that.
Oh, yeah. And the one thing that goes for Hutchinson is his position. He's an attacking midfielder. Like, he's a full-on in-and-out attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Like, you can stick him in a 10.
Yeah.
That's his role. We lack that. we kind of lack that, and I can see why maybe Chelsea have decided to go for him without the urgent need of getting someone in that role. But it's kind of like, hey, you know what? Down the line, couple of years, we might have our answer. For now, we'll manage. It's okay. We've got the players that we want in order to play the way that we want. But to have that creator that everyone's been talking about, maybe it's going to come from Hutchinson down the line. We'll see.
Well, let's see. One to watch for the future anyway. Welcome to Chelsea,
big time.
Omari Hutchison. So, the rumors on Leroy Sane. Now, this is a player that I'm a fan of. And again, I don't like to go by my own. I like to ask fans of other clubs, right? And especially if I've got friends that actually support these clubs. So Bayern Munich obviously is a huge club. And again, my affiliation with the Football Factory means I have plenty of fan bases that I'm open to and people that speak to me honestly. This is what I'm getting about Leroy Sane, which kind of shocked me, to tell you the truth. They're saying at the beginning of the season, when he was playing in the left wing position, he was brilliant. Like, he looked good. They was getting excited. And then he dropped off, and then they put him on the right wing, and they're saying that he started to struggle quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, which Leroy Sane are we going to get if he does come back to Chelsea? I don't know, but there are links. How strong these links are, we're about to find out. So, I'm about to read one of the links. This is from RJP Journalism, and this is somebody that Simon Phillips does quote quite a bit. I'm not sure if he writes for one of the big papers over there in the UK. If he does, forgive my ignorance, but I do know that he has been referred to quite a bit. But it says, exclusive, as well as Real Madrid, Leroy Sane's agent also offered the player to Chelsea recently. Bayern are reluctant to sell, but Thomas Tuchel is a big admirer of the player and has tried to sign him before. It may be a situation to watch over the coming weeks. The big issues: will Bayern sell if they have just lost Lewandowski? Although Gnabry has re-signed, he would need a replacement. They would need a replacement. Can the club convince Sane to come back to England? Homesickness was a big issue before. Still very early days. He goes on to say, worth noting, Sane is part of Lian Sports Group, the same agency that represents Koulibaly, Marcos Alonso, Borna Sosa, and Federico Chiesa, amongst others. Chelsea have had numerous conversations with them recently. He does go on to say, though, as I've been asked about it a few times, my gut feeling is it won't happen due to the fee and wages. The club have already added Sterling on high wages and may look for a more creative option. What do you make of that, Younes?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like two sides of the same coin here, right? So with Leroy Sane, there's a lot of people that reckon are, top player, good age. We've seen what he's done at Manchester City, for example.
Yeah.
We've seen what he done in his first part at his spell at Bayern Munich. But there's people also going, well, now with how he is and how he's been lately, he's not been blowing it up. And it's like, what Sane is going to show up to Chelsea here if he were to come? Now we need a right wing, as far as I'm concerned. We need someone who's going to come in because we've already got Sterling. We know Ziyech could be out the door. It would be nice for someone to come in. Is Sane going to be the answer? I'm not quite sure. Personally, would I take Sane in my team? I would, but it's a risk. We don't know what Sane is gonna rock up. The good thing on his side is that he's 26. He's not old, and the fact he's had so much already gone past behind him because he started so young is probably gonna play in his favor. But that injury that he had, the games that he's had, we just don't know what Sane is going to show up. So it can be a risk. But Sane at his best, we know what he can be like at his best. You would want a Sane like that in your team. But yeah, and in terms of his salary, I don't even know what he's on. What's his salary at
€300,000 a week at Bayern?
Holy, nah, I don't think Chelsea are going to do that.
He's going to ask for way more than that to leave.
I don't think Chelsea are going to do that.
Yeah, he's going to be way. He's going to ask for more. He's going to ask for more. But he did make several good points there. But my thing is, though, right, is why would his agent be offering him out if the player was against the move? That's my question. Or is it? I know what you're going to say. Is it a point to get a better contract? Similar to what Gnabry's agent was probably doing as well. Which is, I did mention that in my video. I said, look, as much as I like Gnabry, it could be a move where he's angling for a new contract at Bayern because smokescreen. Yeah, Bayern, as he said there,
Yeah.
they don't like to get rid of their top German talents. They don't. They actually pride themselves in stockpiling on the best German talent. Yeah. And those two, let's have it right, they are. So look, I like that. I like that we're linked to him. I am a fan of the player. Consistently watching him since he's left the Premier League, I haven't. But have I kept an eye? Absolutely, certainly I have. This season, I can say fair enough. I've seen him a few times, but I still wanted to get actual fans' opinions who watch him week in, week out, because that's always the best way.
Yeah.
And I think, as much as I love the guy, I love the player and what he's capable of, the price tag, the wages.
Yeah.
Because it's people might be overlooking the homesickness here, Younes. But I think we're going to have to pay up for him to sort of overlook being homesick. If that was the case the first time, who's to say it's not going to be the case the second time?
Yeah.
And we might, in terms to compensate that, we might have to overpay to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't want to be in England, that's a huge commitment to be playing for the next several years in a country you don't want to be in. So we're going to have to compensate that.
And that's something that you can't really tell the answer of until like a year down the line. You know, it may all seem like it's nice now, and he might be like, "Oh, I'm happy." A year later, I want to go home. I want to go home. We had that with Sarri, that's a manager, let alone a player. Yeah. He wanted to go back home. He's like, "I'm done here. It's dead. Send me back to Italy. I want to eat pizza and smoke cigarettes, like on the touchline where I'm allowed to." So yeah, it's for what it's worth. It's not worth it, basically.
No, 100%. 100%. I mean, if we can get him for sensible wages, I'd be all over it. But chances of that, doubt it. And I highly doubt if Bayern were to be open to bids, we're not going to be the only club going in for him. Let's have it right. We're definitely not going to be the only one. So that might drive up the price even further. So what happened with the Ligt, although he blatantly did pick Bayern Munich, as a result of that, Juve raised the price. So now they're getting closer to their 100 million euro mark than they were from before. So, it's worked in their favor. It is what it is. But, with Gnabry re-signing for Bayern Munich, with Leroy Sane looking unlikely to be an option now. What else is out there? Who do you think we should be looking at?
I honestly think now, because the options are getting scarce, right? There's one name. And we have the leverage. Can you guess?
As a wing option?
Yeah. See if the chat will know. No, there isn't a right name in there yet. Remember what I said. We have the leverage. Even though the deals may not relate, but we have the leverage with who we'd have to deal with to get this player.
Is he in the Prem?
Someone has got it right.
It's not Leao, is it?
Leao? Ziyech?
Hold on.
Leverage?
Before we get onto that, yeah, because I have seen this name thrown about, and I don't want to ignore it, because it wouldn't surprise me if this is a name that does pop up and we do take the risk. Because look, you see why I'm not really for this transfer.
Oh, go on.
I'll tell you the truth why. And it's so hypocritical of me, because I know the chat are just gonna probably like, well, look what you said about Dembele. Well, fair enough. But Dybala's injury record is wild, fam.
Dybala, yeah.
It is not good.
I wouldn't, no, personally, I wouldn't take Dybala if I'm, as much as I know he can be quality, but that 1 point has put me off, big time.
Because you see, what kind of changed my mind about Uzi was the fact that the second half of the season, he wasn't getting injured.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And he only played half the season and he finished top assist in La Liga. That's impressive. Let's have it right.
Yep.
But Dybala, and they're saying he's willing to take a wage drop.
Well, because he probably has to.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much of a choice.
He probably ain't got a choice. I thought Dybala was going to Inter Milan, or did that all fold when Lukaku went back?
I think there's that, and I don't think they can afford him right now, because They're also, I think they've got to prioritize centre back as well. They're about to lose Skriniar, or they might have already lost him to PSG by now. But I know that they're going to sign Gleason Bremner 100% because Bremer's a massive, Bremer's a massive Inter Milan fan. Not many people know that, but like it's a very similar situation to Rafinha. Although I don't know if personal terms have been agreed between the player and the club. But I know for a fact that Bremer is a massive Inter Milan fan. Like, we would do anything to play for the club, as is his dad as well, I believe. So I don't see any other clubs really having a chance while Inter are sniffing around him, to be honest with you. Yeah. So that seems to be their priority. And, Inter are not really the most financially blessed club at the minute, as well. A lot of teams in Serie A aren't at the minute. But I don't know. For 100K... If he's willing to sit on the bench and not play week in, week out, and to have him as an option, I'd accept it if we've got every single one of our front positions patterned in terms of our first choice players.
Yeah.
If we was to have him as an option off the bench, now we're talking quality and depth, because you're not saying rely on him between 25 and 30 games potentially in the league a season.
Yeah.
So he does have something to offer, 100%. That left foot is wicked, deadly. Stupid on the set piece as well. We're not talking about a dickhead. Absolutely not. I'm going to put respect on the guy's name. He is a baller. It's just that injury record in the Prem. Again, here, look, left-footed, 1v1 player. He's a skip. Do you know what I love about this guy so much? He's so techy. I just love watching him technically. He doesn't even have to score goals on that. I just love to see the way he receives the ball, how smart he is in because there's one thing having a good touch. But it's having that touch and placing it in it like first time where you want it.
Yeah. Do you remember at the Euros?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, not the Euros.
No.
It wasn't the Euros.
No, not the Euros.
It must have been a Copa or something. He's Argentinian, fam. He can't be playing in the Euros.
No, I'm getting mixed up. You're right. I'm thinking of what's his name? Yeah, I'm thinking of what's his name. Oh, man. Who smashed it for Italy at the Euros? Right-hand side.
Chiesa.
Thank you, Chiesa. Yeah,
Federico Chiesa. He smashed it. Yeah, you see that one there, yeah?
He'd be perfect right now for us. That is exactly what we would love need.
It. Listen, bro, the only thing is it remains to be seen after an injury like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Chiesa had a very serious injury. And at the time, they were saying, like, it remains to be seen if he's going to come back the same. Because you got to remember, Chiesa is a very explosive winger. As good as he is, he's explosive. He's quick as shit. You saw how he tore us apart over there in Turin.
Uh-huh.
Them diagonal runs. Just absolutely every time, they was just opening us up. He's such an intelligent player. He would have been my first choice. Not gonna lie. If he definitely would have been my first choice. I like him. I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of him. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to move on from those positions. Oh no, we don't. Because you was telling me about Leao. Educate us.
This is the thing. Yes, he'll cost. Like the figures that I saw was about what 70, 80 million.
British
that they're looking to quote.
Or euros.
I think euros, because everyone in Europe is operating on euros, and we're the only ones that have to try and convert every single day.
Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me if like we're just the exception where they tell us sterling pound because we're Chelsea Football Club. And
exactly. And the thing is that we know that Ziyech has been we've been negotiating with AC Milan for Ziyech, so. Yeah. As much as the deals could even be separate, but it would mean that we get money in for Ziyech and then we actually send money back to them. So when you think of putting the two deals together, we could get a really good deal for Leao. Leao, as much as some people reckon that he's a right winger, he can be, but he's not. He's predominantly a left-sided player, right? Who can play on the right. But I think what would happen is if he were to come to Chelsea, maybe him and Sterling will just keep alternating.
Do you know what? I might be wrong here. I might get shot down for this. I don't even think we're probably going to use him wide as much as people think. I think we're going to try him centrally.
Who, Leao?
I think we will.
You reckon?
I reckon we will try him centrally.
How? I don't think we're going to have anyone sitting behind the main forward. Well, just the 2-8.
It could be. I mean, this is what I was hearing anyway. But I asked the question myself. I mean, again, this is a player that I've seen sporadically. Obviously, in the derbies, I watched the derbies and that, your AC Inter derbies and stuff.
Yep.
And one or two other big games, maybe when they play like a Napoli, or a Roma or something like that, I'll definitely be watching those games. What I've seen from him in the box, he is a threat, bro, and he's very acrobatic for his size. Before I think I was hasty when I was like, yeah, please bring him. He's going to be a marquee signing. Bro, I can't lie to you. For the price that was quoted originally, I think it was more to do with that, because I was hearing 100 M's. I thought that was mad. To be paying for Leao is crazy. I'm not doubting his talent, but I don't know if I want to pay 100 M's for him.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
Because at that point, it would make more sense if we was to, bro, 100 M's, fam. How old is this guy?
23, I think.
He's young.
Oh, no, he's young.
He's very young.
He ticks the boxes, but yes. And I saw someone in the comments say release clause. Like, is that he has a release clause of 100 million? Because if he has a release clause of 100 million, then yeah, it's going to be even more difficult.
Yeah.
Again, unless if we're willing to use Ziyech as bait.
But does he want to come to the club though? Do you reckon he's open to coming to Chelsea, Leao?
Well, there's been no real concrete movements about Leao, just rumor mill. So, but my point was the options are looking scarce now as a right winger. Who do we go for? Who would people think we should go for? I only just threw that in because we have Ziyech going the other way. So
PSG won who? Leao.
Oh, Leao.
If let me know if you're talking about Leao or Sane, because I know apparently PSG would be sniffing around for him as well. Let me know if that's Leao or Sane. But yeah, with the Leao one, obviously I'm gonna wait to see if there's more concrete links with that one. But I don't think we're finished for the wide positions. And before we got on camera, I was also saying to Younes, I have a feeling that we've got one more winger that's going out as well as Ziyech. I think one more does go out. I have a feeling either.
Who's it going to be? Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi?
Bro, could it even be Timo?
Well, not a winger.
Not really a winger, I know, but
no. He's just an attacker. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
£270,000 a week.
Who would pay that?
Hasn't really but apparently, when the rumors he was linked to Juventus were around, apparently he was willing to take a pay cut.
Oh, okay. That changes the game.
So I don't think a move is actually impossible. So if that is to be believed, we might get some moves over in Germany for Timo Werner. But let's see what happens there. There's still a long time to go in the transfer market, Yeah. So there's a lot of business to be done. Leao wants 6 million a year, but Milan offered 4 million. So a move is possible if we offer a good deal. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a good shout as well. What about Joules Felix? I know he hasn't really performed to the standards people expected at Atletico Madrid, but I also believe that match, Joules Felix and Atletico, wasn't a good one. When they signed him, I was actually astonished that they got the player, and for as long as they did, I think he got him on was it like a 7-year contract, Younes? Something it was dumb. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
they gave him a super long contract. I just think, if you play him in a team where they're good, quick on the transition, keep possession, I reckon he'd be a good fit. I'm not going with the world-class shouts. I believe he's got the elite potential to reach there, to become an elite player, but he hasn't shown it as of recent at Atletico Madrid. Would you be against that signing?
No.
I wouldn't,
definitely.
I definitely wouldn't.
I think a player like that sometimes can be restricted depending on how the team plays. We know what Atletico's like. Simeone, you give him a manager that likes to push a little bit more forward, and I think he finds himself a little bit more comfortable. So I wouldn't be against that, but again, just money in it.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But let's come away from the attacking positions and move further back into the defensive ones. We looks like we've already done a good piece of business with Koulibaly, replacing Rudiger's experience with another bit of quality. Some would say elite experience in Koulibaly. And now it's looking like a deal for Nathan Ake has fallen through. Chelsea have stopped talks with Manchester City due to the £50 million price tag on Nathan Ake. And I think me and you have discussed on this channel before that that's not a price tag neither of us would be happy paying. So I'm not going to lie to you. Again, might surprise people, Younes, but I want to just get your thoughts on that first before I share mine.
Yeah, man, I'm gutted, man, because, Ake is superstar. No. Look, none of us understood the whole Ake thing.
Yeah.
No one got it. Tuchel saw something. We were trying to work it out. Chelsea are not happy to go that high up in terms of what Man City are asking for. It's all fallen through. Happy days. Apparently, he's even in Pep's plans and all of that. Okay, cool. I wish him the best. I think the whole debate that Chelsea fans have had over the last 48 hours is now over. I think Levi Colwill might have his future secured at Chelsea Football Club. So we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine without Ake, man. Without Ake, we're cool. And the fact that Chelsea are not willing to go as high as what City were putting out there is probably testament to just how, it's not a necessity. Like, we're not continuing negotiations going on. No, we've got to try and work something out. It's just, we ain't going that high. We ain't going that high. All right, cool. The deal's off. Mm-hmm. Cool. We'll move on. We'll be all right. So, to be honest, me personally, I'm happy with this. No problem.
I'll be real with you, Younes.
You're gutted.
I'm not gutted. Because my thing with Ake was he cannot be a weekly option starting at Chelsea Football Club.
No.
But as a rotational option, which wouldn't make sense him coming to the club anyway, he's probably leaving City for them reasons because you want to play more football. But if he was to do something off the bench, the drop-off from, for example, a Koulibaly at left centre-back to Ake at left centre-back, rather than a Koulibaly to a Malang Sarr, I would have much preferred, mate, if I'm being honest.
Oh, no, 100%. No, this still stands, right? And I still think we're going to come and get in Kimpembe. But I mean this with respect, yeah, because I think he's not a bad person, so I don't want to make this look like it's bullying or whatnot, right? Malang Sarr, how has he survived this long at the club? I don't know.
This is what I'm saying, and
I don't know.
Respectfully, Machiavelli M, I have to disagree. I have to massively disagree. If you're talking about the squad as a whole, if we brought in Ake now, that's an improvement on our squad depth, because it's just going back to what I said. The drop-off from Koulibaly to Sarr is astronomical. I don't want that. I'm not saying Ake is the perfect player. Absolutely not. But I'm saying I would rather that drop-off of Koulibaly to be to Ake rather than all the way down to Malang Sarr. That's my only reasoning behind it. But for that price tag, to sign a player for that purpose at that price tag is stupid anyway. 50 M's is a lot of money. It doesn't make any sense.
It goes back to my point, right? Like, without Ake, we'll still be okay. We'll still be fine, even in terms of squad, because we know we're still pursuing Kimpembe. Chances are that's probably going to happen. But if that were to happen, in terms of our centre-back options, okay, cool. We would end up with Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Kimpembe, cool. Chalobah, Levi Colwill. Happy days. And in terms of anyone that's slightly forward, Ampadu as depth, if we don't actually end up with, or even if we get someone, but as depth for that midfield role. And then on the left-hand side, where we know Ake can sometimes play, we already know we're looking to get in someone anyway. So in that department, we should be all right. But yeah.
Marvel, I don't see this happening, bro.
The whole Kounde thing's popped up again.
It's either or. And I have a strong...
No, is it though? Because, listen, Kimpembe is more of a left-sided centre-back. Mm-hmm. We know Kounde is more of a right-sided centre-back. We know Koulibaly can play both.
Right.
Koulibaly at Napoli was a left centre back.
Mm-hmm.
At Senegal, he's a right centre back.
Mm-hmm.
And he can also play in the mid, I guess in the back three as a central centre back if he has to. Like if you're gonna fill him for a Thiago Silva, for example. So he's versatile. You put him anywhere, you're fine.
So you
you're
reckon
covered.
we're signing both of them then?
We could.
What are they
again,
asking for Kimpembe? Do you know?
Kimpembe.
Yeah.
I actually, in terms of a price tag, I'm actually not sure. Maybe about 50 mil, 60. I don't know, somewhere there. I'm guessing
because they're asking similar for Kounde. We're going to spend 100 M's on 2 centre backs, bringing up our defensive cost to 140 million that we've spent, including Koulibaly.
We could.
I mean, it's not my money, but I'm just trying to, I've got to ask the questions here. Do you know what I mean? Because look, because if we're signing both of these guys, the Kimpembe signing is now a game changer for me, because I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. I think he's a good player, but nothing more than a good player. I don't rate him as much as the other people do. Right. However, if we're going to go based on my principle now, I know without a shadow of a doubt, this brother is not starting over Koulibaly. For a fact, he's not starting over Koulibaly if he's on that left side. Yeah. And for a fact, he's not starting on that right side if we got Kounde, because that's naturally his position. And I personally think defensively, he's a better defender than Kimpembe. For me, Kimpembe, where I rate him at his highest is when he's got the ball at his feet and the balls that he plays. He's marvelous at that. But Kounde is a pure defender and an all-round footballer. Even still, Kimpembe won't start over him on that right side. So that means Kimpembe potentially could be coming for squad depth or rotation. Is that possible?
This is the thing. It depends on how we're even going to line up in the new season. Are we going to stick with the back three, or are we going to a back four?
We don't know.
we don't know. Because you look at the players we have at the moment, the ones that have departed, the ones that we have: Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah, right, and we have Levi Colwill, who we're going to talk about. But those are the ones that we have at the moment. So in terms of players coming in, we're getting Koulibaly. If we were to get Kimpembe, that's 5. If we were to bring a Kounde, that's 6.
I want everybody, I want all the Chelsea fans in the chat to do this as well. What I'm about to ask you this. Go through those defensive names that you just went through and listen to that depth. Oh my goodness. Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Levi Colwill, potentially Kimpembe, potentially Joules Kounde,
and Chalobah.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous depth. Yeah. Ridiculous. Like, we are sorted, because that literally covers every single generation as well.
Yeah, we got Malang Sarr.
Oh, bro. Hey, listen, why? He doesn't count. Kieran, you know he doesn't count. Why are you doing this for? You know he doesn't count, fam. Yeah, you just want to bring up his name to just wind me up, cuz. Yeah, you see? Amir knows the thing. Did you see Raheem Sterling, bruv? Yeah? The first question he asked Malang Sterling he's like, bro, what are you, cuz? What do you do? Like,
yeah, I saw that. What's your position when you play? You centre back or you left back? And he hesitated. He was like, centre back.
I would have suplexed him on the pavement. I said, what did you say to me, bro? Because I know Sterling's been watching, yeah? And he's been looking with the man at Man City like, yo, who's this brother? Where they sign it? What position does he even play? What's he doing here? They must have been...
We're trying to figure it out as well.
Against Arsenal, like, yo, who is this guy? Yo,
honestly,
Malang Sarr needs to go, blood. I swear down. He needs to go. He needs to. I don't care if he's by nook or crook. Yeah, he needs to get out of the club. He cannot be an option next season. So yeah, that's interesting. Interesting news there. How much time do you have, Younes? I don't want to try and keep you too long.
Oh no, another 5 or so is cool.
Another 5 or so minutes. Okay. We've been going on for so long. I forgot the title of this video. This is how real we keep it on this channel, peeps. Yeah. You already know, blood. We don't hide nothing over here. All right. Let me just see the title of the video. I feel like there's one player that we are missing out on. Oh, no, we've done Omari Hutchison as well. We've done that already. All right, so for the last 5 minutes, what I'll do is, since it's been reported, is that Chelsea have it's reported that we are looking at a backup option for Reece James. And we have previously been linked with Jonathan Klaus, but apparently, if we are still interested, Manchester United have entered the fray and they look like they will be making a bid sometime soon. So we're really going to have to pull our socks up and get this one over the line. And we know that we hold the advantage because he is a Chelsea fan. So what are we doing here? If we get rid of him, what are we doing here? What are the other options, Younes?
That's the thing. As a backup, there really isn't any other option that we can go for. With a Klaus, I honestly think it'd be straightforward. It'd be so easy.
8 million?
Huh?
8 million is for as well. 8 million cheap.
Exactly. So in the same way that we got Aspi those years ago, if you remember, although this is different. But I honestly think, we go in for Jonathan Klaus. Even if Man United are interested, we walk in and we go, Jonathan, look. We don't even say anything. Just
that's it.
What are you saying? He'll probably be like, yes.
He would, he'd walk from Lens to Cobham. He actually would. I believe that if we do make a serious bid, some people have already said in the comments as well, like, I have to agree. Yeah, CFCO, and big up yourself. Klaus picks us over United. Is a Chelsea fan. I do as well. Because the way you spoke about the club on that interview, like, he really, really sounded like, this is my dream. So it feels like a Rafinha situation, but in our favor this time.
Talking about Rafinha very quickly, I have to say this, because I heard him at the presentation and whatnot. But he said, I had offers from other clubs like Chelsea. They made me a better offer, right? But I made this decision with my family. I'm happy to be at the bigger club. It's like,
oh, fuck off, boss. We'll see. Let's see if you're.
I hope we get you in the Champions League. I hope.
Let's see if you're smiling with them ceramic dentures when your club is in the mud, you prick. Yeah, Rafinha trying to done my club with your ceramic, bruv. Your teeth are made out of my toilet bowl, cuz. Yeah, you think you're fooling anybody? Yeah, I got no right to talk about teeth because I got gaps. But you get me? I know ceramic teeth when I see them, bruv. Yeah, toilet bowl teeth, dickhead. Talk about my club like that. We're not having that. Good player. Hey, somebody said something. Wow, someone said Reece James leaving or something was asking the question. Absolutely not. No way, Hannah. There is no way they would be riots.
Leaving.
Listen.
He's leaving. He's leaving like LA, I think, to go to where are they going to? Las Vegas.
I'm good. Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're going to Vegas first. I'm going to be seeing them this coming week in Florida. So I'll make sure, Hannah, I'll be in Orlando and I'll be like, "Oi, Reece, make sure you ain't in for the club. You know, you're gonna make Hannah cry, fam. Can't accept that. Can't do that, bruv. Nah, Reece ain't leaving. If he was to leave this club, if Guni heard that Reece James was leaving Chelsea Football Club, I would spaz. That would be my first viral moment on the internet. I would black out. I would go mad. That is my crown jewel. Nobody can say nothing about Reece. That is the best player to come out of Cobham for years, bro. I'm not trying to hear nothing. That guy is my guy. He cannot leave Chelsea Football Club. So rest assured, Hannah, he will be a Chelsea
He's not going
player.
Anywhere.
Yeah, and he will one day be Chelsea captain, you know. Let's not get twisted. That's his aim. That's his aim, definitely. Just one more before we go. Thank you very much for the super chat. T1. Callum Hudson-Odoi looking strong. Looks like it's free at the back again this season. I think it's too defensive and hampers our attackers. And also, I believe Havertz is a false 9, would be fire. I think so too, but I do think Havertz does need somebody to take the pressure off him because, you get me, do you trust Havertz to get 15, 20 goals a season in that position, Younes?
This is the thing, you know. I'm starting to think that maybe it's going to be Kai and maybe Broja will be assured. And he'll probably stick around, and we might just go with that. I think that could just end up happening. So even do I think Kai Havertz will bang in 20 goals a season?
No.
I hope so. I hope so. That's it.
But does he? Because what I'm seeing from Tuchel, early signs, is maybe he's looking to spread the goals around the 3 positions.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which is why I think he'll be happy to keep Kai Havertz in that role. And as well, if we were to keep Broja, he'll get game time. So,
yeah, 100%.
I think, yeah, which is
But
again moved more to the point why I think we need
bro,
the right winger.
some not so good news about Broja, but it's not terrible news. It's not West Ham news, but he was pictured with a boot on his foot. He's got the
I
Fabio, yeah, he's
saw,
got the Fabio
yeah,
Fabio Vieira boot on. Yeah,
yeah,
he's got
which
the boot on.
is good and bad, right? It's bad because it's an injury.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see that, especially during pre-season where he has to be monitored. He has to be seen by Tuchel. But with an injury, will clubs come in for him?
Yeah, it deters them, innit? But before you go, but it does. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see, West Ham's alternative to Broja. I've spoken about him on this channel. You know,
Yeah,
Lucas Scamacca.
Scamacca,
My bro.
Is it Scamacca or is it Scamacca?
I have no idea. I'm not Italian.
I think it's Scamacca.
Something.
Sounds more Italian.
I'm gonna let you get told off for this one. I get told off all the time. Do you know what I mean? So I'll let you get this one. For me, I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be criminal if he went to West Ham and especially for less. If he goes for less than 50 M's, that is criminal. Because I've got a lot of belief in this boy's talent. A lot of belief in his talent.
Don't worry. He'll go to West Ham 50. We'll buy him for 100 in about 3 years.
That's what I'm worried about, bro. That's what I'm worried about.
We'll start saving up now.
All right, but Younes, what have you got coming up on your channel, bruv? Or what have you already got put up on your channel?
Well, nothing yet today. There will be later on in regards to all the latest in terms of Ake, the whole scenario of what's gone down today, and whatnot. And then, moving forward, just keeping tabs on the latest, not just at Chelsea, but elsewhere. I'll probably do a little roundup of what's been going on elsewhere as well. And that's it.
Well, look, some more super chats have just come in last second, Younes. Apologies.
Always happens.
Always happens. Interesting how West Ham are going to balance the books. Interesting how they are. They seem to be spending money. Maybe they know they're getting money from somewhere else. Now, I'm joking. Listen, I'm starting to see like the main journals are starting to put out there like Declan Rice is looking more and more likely for next summer. And apparently there is actually a gentleman's agreement between Declan Rice and West Ham for him to leave in the summer of 2023. So if that's the case, that's the case. Go on.
You know who had a gentleman's agreement? Harry Kane. Just say.
Yeah. That makes me feel better, Younes. Thank you.
Anytime.
But however, listen. I'm gonna leave with this one though. Do you know who I like the look of? Matheus Nunes, bro. The sporting midfielder.
Do you?
My bro, I like the look of this guy. I'm not going to go too into it and say, he's best thing since sliced bread. What I've seen of him, I like the look of this guy. And I hope we haven't given up interest on him because I have a strong feeling that guy could go under the radar as one of the bargains of the summer. I have a strong feeling with that guy, bro. Matheus Nunes. He can also do a job in DM as well, apparently, which would be brilliant for us.
True.
Yeah.
True.
All right, let me get these super chats out of the way so I can let Younes go. Chelsea's finally coming to my hometown in Las Vegas. I've got really great tickets. I cannot wait. Thoughts on Georgie for Madison? On selling Georgie for Madison? Well, it will be diametric opposites of where they are, the midfield. Madison is north, Jorginho south. Wouldn't really make sense if we're being honest. It just wouldn't make sense, my friend. But I appreciate the super chat. Have you seen what Lukaku said about Chelsea? Have you seen what Lukaku was doing on top of Martinez, bruv, in training? Lautaro Martinez. Yeah, no, looking mad sus, fam. Yeah,
really.
To each their own. Yeah, whatever floats your boat out here, cuz I'm not against what people want to do, cuz. Yeah, able to each their own. But now it makes more sense why he wanted to go back to Inter Milan, bruv. Yeah, because boy, is what is. I ain't trying to hear what that Buffalo's saying. We'll see too. And do you know what? Furthermore, he's not in Bald Lives Matter anymore. How about that? He's not in Bald Lives Matter anymore. He's excommunicado on some John Wick thing. You are excommunicado from Bald Lives Matter. Yeah, you are no longer accepted in any one of our establishments. We don't have any yet, but we.
He'll probably hear that and go, "It's fine. I'll buy a wig. I'll stick it on."
Yeah, there you go. We'll go Turkey and he'll get a hairline. Absolutely.
Exactly.
But yeah, man. Anyway, people, thank you very much for joining in. There will be more videos All lives coming this week or next week. Actually, we're at the end of this week. But big up yourselves. If you are new, make sure you do smash that subscribe button and also smash the like button too as well, man. Let's get us going in the algorithm. And if you are watching after the fact, leave your thoughts down there in the comments. We do appreciate your thoughts over